You've talked a lot about your arts administration experience and how it's, especially during the pandemic, applied. Can you talk about maybe how it has helped you just with your freelance career in general, or maybe you talked about motivation, how it's helped you be organized? I think there's sometimes a very negative connotation sometimes towards the administration side of things, or the idea of having a different job that's not just purely, auditioning and playing in an orchestra, or whatever your path might be. Can you talk a little bit about why it's been important for you to have these skills in arts admin and marketing, all those kind of things?
It's crazy. Like I've been in situations where I'm working at the bank, and then it's not that I'm like advertising or promoting my music, but if I get in a conversation with a customer just because I like talking to people, that's part of the reason why I've been in these positions, is because like customer service is like a big thing for me. So because I just like talking to people. So it's like you start talking to somebody, and then it's just like, oh, like, and this happened to me when I was living in Pittsburgh. The president of the I don't know. I think he was like the president of food services there. They were having an event for the students. It was like a cultural thing. And he hired me at the bank because he knew that I was a trusted person, like I wasn't a criminal. And like like he just like trusted my instinct about music because we were talking about it so much. And of course, like again, I had proof because I had YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it's just like, I guess what I'm saying just from that story is that being like branching out and not only being in music related contexts is like can actually still bring you opportunities for music. You know what I mean? Like, and then just again, like me working at a bank, and honestly, I'm a real person. Like, I have to support myself. I know people that is like, I'm gonna live off my art and nothing else. And I'm like, that's good for you, boo. But I have like rent, I have things. And I mean, everybody has things, and I respect the dedication. But I'm an only child. It's just me and my mom. And so she's just like, hey, I'm here for you. But you're an adult. You chose this career path that's not gonna get you, 50, 60,000 salary when you graduate. So it's just like that's what I've had to do. And I haven't minded, like picking up little jobs here and there. Like I'm gonna be starting a job next week as a church administrator. I'm gonna be making the little bulletins and everything, but it's cute. I mean, like it's nice. And then it's just like being around the people. And guess what? I'm gonna get to practice in the church. And they're gonna have, their Sunday services, and I'm gonna be one of the musicians for them. So that's also another avenue. So it's just like, I always encourage musicians, like, first of all, do what you have to do. Like, do what you have to do. Like, if you have to get a 9 to 5, especially because I have a lot of, colleagues like that have kids. So it's just like the pandemic happened. Yeah, you got to go out and get a job like that. And that is okay. Because that's the thing. Also, during this pandemic, I realized that if you want to play your instrument and you want to get better and you want to practice and you're going to do it. If you don't, then you're not. Like it's not, I'm like, it's really that straightforward. Like people try to make it a little bit complicated, but if you want to get better, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And so I think, giving yourself a peace of mind so that mentally and emotionally you can handle doing the work on your instrument, like getting a job, so that you don't have to worry about the roof over your head or eating or whatever like that. I think that's essential. And I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't do those types of things just because it's like, well, no, I can only play my instrument. I have to have a music job. It's like maybe get a job that's not a music that's going to get you money now and then eventually save up, move to a different place, get that music. I mean, like, it's just like you got to start somewhere. So I definitely encourage people, like, get a job if you need to. Please don't starve. That's not cute at all. Like, do it. You got to do what you got to do, though. And like I said, it's just put me in different positions that I never thought that I would be in. Just the connections that you find that you have with people when you're not in these, just surrounded by musicians at all the time. You get different perspectives, different stories, different life experiences. So yeah, it's a thing.